Howdy all, this is Texas Gaming Industries here, and welcome to Episode 8, Part 2 of my Let's Play of Transport Fever 2. In the previous episode, we have began our operations of our new Midwestern Roadways bus operation here in Minneapolis, St. Paul, Minnesota, and in this episode, we're going to get started on delivering the necessary construction materials to help improve our roadways. And before we do that, I now have enough for 3 more buses. This time to finish one of the intercity bus routes, bus route D. But now, we gotta get our truck service up and running. We'll deliver asphalt to this location, as it's the fastest route. We'll call this Truck Service A, and have a full load. And while the buses are gonna be in one color, my trucks are just gonna be simply left in their same livery. I'll put them on Truck Service A to pick up loads of, well, asphalt, which are somehow in crates for some darn reason. So, with those red trucks, speaking of which, that color doesn't look very striking. There we go. That looks a lot better. So, our passenger buses will be our buses will be brown, and our trucks will be red. As you can see, our passengers are basically getting really happy wanting to ride with our buses. So much so that we probably might have to add like a special building. Let's see. Some of these special little buses down here, so people won't have to wait out all day. So, with our buses doing well, I need basically a few more trucks to pick up loads of stone from the quarry and take them all the way to this construction materials plant. And since there's only going to be only one customer, I'll just leave it as this and add a couple of these platforms here for my trucks. But yeah, this 25-mile-an-hour road is not gonna cut it. My passengers need to basically reach their destinations in a timely fashion and not arrive super late in the evening or even at nighttime. Well, at least our asphalt is being delivered. And now we also gotta get those loads of, get those construction materials delivered here. So, we'll basically put in Truck Service B. Full load any. 10 minutes, change to green. And then add another one here. And then put a full load. There's tons of asphalt waiting to be picked up. And now I need to basically earn about 10 trucks in order for me to basically get a good amount of material delivered. Well, with the asphalt deliveries, I'll be able to basically make quite a bit of a profit, and now I can purchase another set of buses. I will be putting these on bus route E, which is the service between, between Rochester and La Crosse. And the next 3 buses will be used on line from La Crosse to Eclair. Though, to be honest, I think it's probably time for these 3 buses to be allocated to that certain route. So, driving school special and bus training, you are going to be reassigned to bus route F. And I'll purchase a new one. Well, actually, there's no need for more buses. So all I'll just need is just trucks. So the bus training's down to basically, I don't know, how much will it be? 32% permanently, while the trucks will do most of the work. Okay, dropped off, dropped off. But yes, because of these roads conditions, it's not going to make everything so easy for my bus operations. Speaking of which, I think I should add at least some of these big terminal stations, these big platform stations, well, storage facilities, passenger buildings, yeah, here at each of these stations, so at least passengers can go in and relax while they wait for their buses to arrive. So there's now only one bus available, and I'm going to use that said bus on the bus training, on the driving school special, because I believe that route actually did quite a profit. And my goodness, my 4 original intercity bus routes basically started making quite a bit of a profit. Who bloody knew? And my terminal is overcrowding. We had nearly 100 people loaded back in 1921. That's crazy. Very crazy. There's just so many darn people. Let's see. Just 10 more people. Just a little more, and then I'll be able to purchase 10 of these trucks for delivery of stone. I'll give them that coat of dark red, and put them in the truck service B. They'll pick up stone from the quarry, and take it up to this construction materials plant. And since asphalt has already been delivered, I can still keep these trucks going to earn some cash from them. But I have a feeling that my company will probably make an earning sometime soon. As long as my investments don't go over the roof. But I'm still shocked. There is so many darn people waiting, and these platforms are about to reach their capacity limit. Now, if I have the capacity times 2 mod installed, these buses will carry 18 each, but I don't. I baited myself when I was about to start the series that I would have no mods or cheats in the campaign. Nobody's riding. There's at least some people riding on buses now, but not a whole bunch. At least there's some. But I think most of them are just transferring over to another service. Because Intercity Bus Route C is to the brim. Now I have to personally wait for more trucks to basically be added. Though, to be honest, I could personally wait for 2 more trucks to finish their loop around. And then, once there's 2 of these available, I could basically buy 2 more to help speed up the process of acquiring new trucks. Driving school yellow, and put them onto truck training. Perfect. Now the truck training percentage is going way up, so I should have more trucks eventually. Because I have a feeling that I will also need to pick up some grain and deliver them to this food processing plant as part of a special mission. Though, I want to look at my services again. The only ones that are losing money is Truck Service B, Truck Training, well, that's obvious, driving school special, but Truck Service C hasn't started and our bus training has basically been stopped. But surprisingly, 5 of these routes are basically making a bit of a profit. Well, count 6 if you include the driving school special. And to speed things up again, we're just gonna add another set of trucks to the truck training. I need more trucks. More trucks. I need the power. But yeah, I'm gonna have there's so many trucks down on the road that I'm literally gonna making tons of more trucks available over time. But it's gonna take a little bit of a while. So until then, I'm gonna cut this video right here, and I'll see you all in just a moment. And we're back, as we're basically about to acquire our 10th truck in our company lineup. Like so. And now, we'll purchase 10 of these, get them recolored, and put them to work on Truck Service C, picking up construction materials, and delivering them here. And once we get that done, we could then replace all the roads around this area. And about time too, because my trucks and buses have been clamoring on trying to get faster. But every single road is so slow, these trucks just can't basically take it anymore. Though, eventually, I'll probably might need to get about 20 of these to serve these 2 farms, 10 for each. So, let's see. I need to have about 16. Oh wait, 14. I need to have 14 trucks available in order for this. So then I could sell these 6 off. Well, actually, reassign those 6 to basically handling the grain deliveries. Though, to be honest, we could also get started with some maritime shipping. We'll place one right nearby and have a road connected to the industry on this side. That is, if I could get the road close enough without getting a collision message. And then, connect this. And then, let's see. We'll put down a small street here, and then connect it to the top, which says too much steep slope. Great, just great. Have to get rid of that building. Okay, thanks a lot. About time anyway. So now the ship is connected. That port's connected there, and now I have to get another one for a ship. Well, for a ship to deliver fuel to this one location. Let me see. Perfect. There's full connection, so there will be ships traveling around down the river. Might as well set those ships up. Since there are no passenger trains, we're just gonna put in ship route A. Wait, what? Let me have a look. Waterways, accessibility. Oh no, this bridge is blocking the way. No wonder. I forgot about that golden rule about bridges. They need to be high enough to allow shipping to pass through. I totally forgot about that. And it's too steep. go. Though, let me see. I don't like those crosses, but what can I do? We'll then make another route to go this way. We'll call this ship route B and have a full load here. And plus, let's see, there's 1, there's 2, 3, 4. So we'll also build a 4-terminal truck station here as well. Because we might eventually just operate trucks as well, delivering fuel. And it seems our first deliveries of construction material have arrived at the other road maintenance depot. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna do it a little bit early. Now, you normally have to wait until the narrator says that you need to get started on grain deliveries, but I'm just gonna start right now. And since no towns require any foodstuffs, it should be no trouble. And since there's 2 truck services that will serve 2 grain farms, I'll call this one Truck Service D1. Oh, right, I've forgotten to build the other one here. And then connect this, connect that, change it to this, and Truck Service D2. Full load NE at 10 minutes. And now we could get started on those truck deliveries. Alright, just a little more road materials delivered to this warehouse and everything should be golden. Which is gonna be in just a moment from what I suspect, because there is about... Wow, there's tons of that stuff stored, but it's being consumed quite quickly. And at least one of the trucks has arrived with some stone to be processed. Speaking of which, well, once the roadways is walking faster, that will be different. But, to save time, I'm just going to make a direct link between these 2 industries. That way they don't have to go on the long road and basically be in the way of my buses. And now I also have it up for another set of trucks for that other grain service. And while our earnings are not doing so well, we're slowly paying them back off with all of our deliveries. Who knew that I would be able to make such a great transportation infrastructure? And alright, one more truck of this and it should be done. And then we can finally upgrade our roads. Perfect.
Excellent. The smooth, wide streets provide for an entirely new feel on the road. The buses can drive much faster now, but that also consumes a lot more fuel. Make sure that the fuel supply is insured for the entire area you cover, not that you're suddenly left high and dry, out of gas on the open road. Until recently, people still thought that crude oil might become scarce someday. How wrong can you be? Make sure that the never-ending supplies of oil are directed to fuel production.
Now we can start using a train to deliver the loads of fuel to its destination at the oil refinery. But for right now, I want to at least establish a new set of paved roads to increase our buses and trucks' speed. And I'll place down... there is no small country road paved. That's fine. As long as the major road links between my cities is complete, I won't mind at all. Although this road section here needs to be reworked. There we go. There we go. Now, let's get some trains started. Now, since we don't even need to worry about crews for a train, we can basically operate a pair of trains to deliver the loads of oil from the oil field to the refinery, and then to the refinery to the fuel refinery. And since there is no need for, well, electrics in this region, I think steam locomotives can still haul this load where it needs to go. Though it will have to be built right over the mainland. Built right over. And plus, a steel bridge will basically be a lot more useful for this type of terrain, this area anyway. Because the steel bridge will make the trains go faster. Though we'll have to carve a tunnel through rock, which is fine, because we're basically have so much money, we can basically spend it almost on anything we want. Though, I'll have to basically do this. And do it like this. And of course, place down some signals so my trains won't crash with each other. Build another tunnel. And place down this right here. Little bit awkward, but it's the only thing I could do in a short notice. And I also gotta get a depot for my trains. We don't need to build a Y, so let's see. Full load, 10 minutes. We'll call this Freight Train A, and then this to this, Freight Train B. And of course, unload at the end of the line. So the only equipment we have is a Mikado, this electric engine, called the Milwaukee Road Class EP2, which is a passenger electric engine, and these tankers. So, we'll basically have these, and have enough to fill nearly the platform. pair of these. One to pick up oil, one to deliver oil. And I also need to set up some stops to unload the fuel. You need Claire, Lacrosse, Rochester, and St. Cloud. We'll call this one Truck Service E1 because E will basically be the fuel deliveries. And plus, I'll need to purchase a pair of boats to travel along the water to deliver their loads of fuel to Minneapolis and St. Paul. Let's see. Ah, yes. Repaint it. Put it onto Truck Service E1. And also put it into service for truck Service E2. I forgot to add the E right there. There we go. Have a full load, 10 minutes. And then add 10 more. My company will be unstoppable. Although I am wasting a lot of money. And my company's value is basically a lot lower than it was. Oh, jeez. Our value was at about nearly 100 million after because of the cash. But we do have 2 for long vehicle because we have 2 long trains. Of which, has this train filled up with... It has a full load of oil already. That's quick. And plus, with that railroad crossing, it at least will give my drivers the real-life experience of what to do at said railroad crossings. Though there are some people that are traveling by road across the bridge, might as well fix them. So, medium country road. Player ownership, yes. This will prevent any of the roads that I place down to be in control of the city, meaning they cannot change it into another road, and I'm the only one that can change it. Let's see. So there's already 10 trucks waiting to be loaded, along with my 2 ships waiting at the port. It only has 1 unit of refined oil, but there should be more once more oil is delivered. Though this road here is basically improved, because I don't really like that steep hill. I mean, if we had modern trucks, that would be different, but we don't. It will steam over and pull into the responsible fuel refinery, which requires 1 refined oil to produce 1 unit of fuel.
What used to be the post office is now a gas station. A rendezvous and rest area for man and motor. See to it that there's always enough gasoline on hand.
Which will be the case eventually. Now I also gotta get started on delivering fuel to this city as well. E3. Have a full load of 10 minutes.
Motorization benefits every facet of society. Nonetheless, it's already caught the attention of some very vocal opposition. It's being claimed that cars and buses harm the environment. That's nonsense, of course. But despite that, it's worth taking a few measures to appease the critics. The opposition to motorization demands more green ought to compensate for the endless streams of traffic that allegedly plow through the cities. Well, if that's all they want.
Which is simple. I need to place down a couple of hundreds of trees. Like so.
At last, the disgruntled voices have been modified. Your measures have dispelled their concerns about motorization. And as a matter of fact, lately the air does feel fresher somehow.
And this is basically what's going on with our world right now, so to speak. Now, we just need to wait for another load of oil to arrive, which this train has basically starting to load up with more, but it's still waiting for another supply. This train is coming in with another load, and this train has produced about 6.57 million credits. That will basically get some of the money that we had spent back into our company account. Alright, so oil is basically being produced, but fuel needs to be made. Then I also got to get truck service E4 up and running too with a new set of trucks. And this one is going to be a long distance truck operation. Minute waiting. Let's see. There's still 6 trucks. Hopefully it won't take too long. So, until we get enough fuel produced, I will be cutting this video right here, and I'll see you all in just a moment. And we're back. As you can see, we just finished our fuel contract, but I did some modifications behind the scenes. One was adding several storage facilities at the fuel refinery, and laying down a double track for the trains delivering crude oil to the oil refinery. But other than that, though, I believe that we're ready for our
The
next
tanks
task.
are always well supplied, thanks to you. The population of Minneapolis is well supplied too, with local transportation. Too well. While your long-distance bus business flourishes and thrives, in the local transportation sector you have to prevail against public mass transit operators. That's annoying. Make sure that this unwelcome competition runs out of steam. Too many passengers are still using the municipal streetcar facilities. You need to provide the more attractive offer at lower prices so that things don't stay that way.
Which we're going to basically do as well. In the meantime, I was able to acquire a new bus, which will be basically putting it on a new local bus service between the Crescent and St. Paul. We'll call this local.
The Minnesota Milling Company wants to communicate to customers that its product is extra high quality. Help it with this endeavor.
Might as well.
The flour factory wants its clientele to believe that every grain of wheat is sorted by hand before processing. Have samples from various production facilities delivered to give the impression that only the best grain is used.
Which we already did.
No matter where you go, the portrait of Betty, the perfect housewife, advertises for the best flour there is. But there's a rumor going round that the lady doesn't really exist at all.
Ah, well. But other than that, though, now we just basically need to do is compete with the local bus, with the trolley system. So, local bus service. And with our new bus, it should basically deliver some people from St. Paul right into town. As our competition with the tram is starting to grow, because we can basically reach areas much better than the buses. Well, more than the trolleys can. Because, I mean, I could use trolleys, but who would want to use trolleys? Well, to be honest, I could basically help transport people around La Crosse. But who cares? I mean, my coverage on all of my bus terminals is perfect. So why would I need to basically add a trolley system? And we're basically making a lot of bank now. That's because with our oil trains, we're basically making a lot of money. Even though our headquarters isn't basically very big right now. It will eventually. But with these oil trains making up most of the money, it should be able to cover the construction costs. Let me have a look at my charts. Okay, the value's still gone down, but our profits are starting to go back up. About time anyway. But I believe we're almost able to basically take out the local bus trolley business by showcasing that our buses are much more useful than the trains. Well, more useful than the trolleys. Because, I mean, look at this trolley right here. Ugh, all that rust. You won't see me riding one of those rusty old things. But not to mention, the roads in the city have also now been upgraded. No longer made of cobblestone, but now made with asphalt. So that means the roads will be a lot more faster too, which is great. Tram competition is still going up, little by little, and some of our ships have been making a bit of a profit. We made about 361,000 credits with this ship. What about this one? It hasn't been able to earn enough to basically cover its maintenance costs, but it's still better than nothing, I suppose. Though, let me see. This one needs a little more cargo space. The trucks are not coming back as quickly as we want to, so to help out, I'm placing down a couple of these depots right here, so they can at least be able to be unloaded. Those are actually very sturdy on that. So now it can hold up to about 740 units. And our competing with the tram is about to basically come to fruition, as with our buses now able to transport people between St. Paul as to Minneapolis with little to no trouble, I'm happy to say that we're basically finally done with this mission. And we nearly 25% of the money that we spent finally back into our company profits again. Though I wonder what would happen in the next mission. We'll have to wait and see, don't we? Come on, 2 more percent. I need that 2%. And that should basically do
Your
it.
bus company is on top, in a class of its own. Not just in the Midwest, we're talking transcontinental. There was a time when you came from the tunnels of a mine. Today, you own one of the most profitable companies in the whole country, which proves the American dream really can come true.
Indeed. We had nearly reached 25 million and we had our earnings up to 3.57 million credits, which is freaking great. So, let's head back to the main menu and see what our next mission is for Era 2.
A small country in the heart of Europe, surrounded by nations increasingly at odds with each other. The 1930s have dawned, and the whole world groans under the weight of a severe financial crisis. Switzerland, too. The word is, be thrifty and use available resources wisely. And don't ever antagonize anyone. That will be bad for business, which is bad enough anyway.
Which we'll cover in the next episode, so to speak.
Mankind is constantly
So, if you enjoyed this episode of my Let's Play of Transport Fever 2, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to Texas Gaming Industries for new video uploads every Friday or Saturday, depending on my outside schedule. And to, once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!